The air in the burned woods is thick, tasting of old charcoal and sorrow. Here, among the skeletal remains of ancient trees, nothing grows. The ground is a carpet of gray, soft as powdered bone, disturbed only by the phantom passage of the wind. But something else moves through this desolation, a creature born from the final, gasping breath of the fire that consumed this land. They call it the Ash Hound. It stalks on paws that leave no prints, a silhouette of deepest black against the monochromatic landscape. Its form is canine, but fluid, as if sculpted from a plume of dense, unending smoke. Its body is a furnace of embers, glowing with a malevolent, orange light from within its chest. And from its skin, from its very being, a constant stream of choking smog seeps into the world. Each breath it exhales is a toxic cloud, a poison that withers even the memory of life. The air around it shimmers with heat and fumes, and the silence of the forest is punctuated only by the low, guttural crackle of its inner fire. The Ash Hound is a creature of hunger, but it does not feast on flesh or bone, it consumes hope. It hunts the last vestiges of life, the faint whispers of what once was, and smothers them in its suffocating presence. Where it walks, the ash deepens, the despair settles, and the chance for rebirth dies. It is an echo of destruction, a relentless, patrolling warden of a dead kingdom. High above, perched on the blackened limb of a giant, fossilized oak, another creature watches. It is a crow, impossibly large, its feathers the color of polished jet. But this is no ordinary bird. Its eyes are not the beady, intelligent black of its kind. They are chips of obsidian, reflecting the gray world with a cold, calculating light. There's a stillness to it, a patience that feels older than the ruined forest itself. The crow watches the hound's silent patrol. It observes the rhythm of its breathing, the way its jaw hangs slightly agape as it moves, a dark cavern from which the poisonous smoke billows. The crow tilts its head, a motion that is both bird-like and unnervingly thoughtful. It has seen the hound's work. It has felt the life-draining aura that follows in its wake. And it has decided that this blight must end. With a silent push, the crow launches from its perch. It doesn't caw, doesn't cry out. Its massive wings beat the heavy air with a sound like tearing silk. It circles once, a dark spiral against the pale, featureless sky, aligning itself directly above the unsuspecting hound. In its beak, it carries a single, smooth, gray stone plucked from a long-dead riverbed. The hound continues its patrol, oblivious. It is a creature of pure, instinctual malice, not of cunning or awareness of the world above. Its existence is a singular, focused act of spreading desolation. As it passes directly beneath the circling bird, its mouth opens wider in a silent, smoky yawn. This is the moment. The crow releases its grip. The stone falls, a tiny, silent projectile dropping through the poisoned air. It's a shot of impossible precision. The stone plummets straight into the gaping maw of the Ash Hound, disappearing into the smoky throat. The hound stumbles, a brief, confused halt in its step. A cough, dry and raspy like grinding stones, escapes its throat. It shakes its massive head, the embers in its chest flaring erratically, and then continues on, the momentary discomfort forgotten. But the crow is already ascending. It flies to a rocky outcrop, its talons scraping against the stone as it lands. It picks up another pebble, this one sharper, more angular. Again, it takes to the sky. Again, it waits for the perfect moment. Again, the stone finds its mark, vanishing into the hound's open mouth. This time, the hound's reaction is more pronounced. It chokes, its smoky body convulsing. A thicker, blacker cloud of smog bursts from its mouth, carrying with it the grinding sound of stone on stone from deep within its body. The creature seems puzzled, its primal malevolence disrupted by this internal irritation. The crow is relentless. It becomes a machine of calculated action. Fly, select a stone, ascend, wait, drop. Each delivery is a masterpiece of timing and aim. One by one, the stones collect within the Ash Hound's lungs, organs not of flesh, but of compacted soot and magical fire. The creature's movements become sluggish. Its pace slows from a stalk to a lumbering shamble. The poison it exhales begins to change. It's no longer just a gaseous fume. It's now laced with a fine, gritty dust. The stones, heated by the Hound's internal furnace and moistened by the magical toxins, are beginning to bind with the ash. What was once a collection of loose pebbles is slowly, inexorably, becoming a solid mass. A kind of morbid, internal cement is forming, hardening with every labored breath. The Hound is suffocating from the inside out. Its steps become heavy, erratic. It stumbles, its smoky legs flickering as if struggling to maintain their form. The glow in its chest, once a steady, menacing furnace, now sputters and dims, then flares violently as it struggles for air. It opens its mouth to release its toxic breath, but now only a trickle of smoke escapes, followed by a dry, rattling cough that sends tremors through its entire body. It falls to its knees, its head lowered, the great smoky form starting to lose its cohesion. It is trapped. The very source of its power, the endless production of ash and smoke, has become the agent of its demise, binding the stones into an immovable plug in its core. The crow lands a short distance away, its obsidian eyes watching the final act. It makes no sound, showing no sign of triumph or pity. It simply observes the outcome of its work. The ash hound gives one last, shuddering heave. The internal fire flares brightly one final time, illuminating the solidifying mass within its chest before being snuffed out forever. The creature's form collapses, dissolving not into smoke, but into a solid, heavy mound of blackened, stone-flecked slag. A grotesque statue in the shape of a fallen beast. Silence returns to the burned woods, but it's a different kind of silence now. The oppressive, choking presence is gone. The air, while still tasting of ash, feels lighter, cleaner. The relentless poisoning has stopped. The crow walks forward, its talons clicking softly on the newly formed statue of the dead hound. It hops onto the creature's back and lowers its head. It pecks once, twice at the hardened ash. A chunk breaks away, not dissolving into smoke, but crumbling like brittle rock. The crow picks up a piece in its beak. It doesn't eat it in the conventional sense, it absorbs it. As the essence of the defeated hound is drawn into the bird, a strange transformation begins. A wisp of black smoke, identical to the kind the hound once produced, curls out from beneath the crow's feathers. It drifts up and dissipates, a fleeting echo of the vanquished foe. The crow continues its meal, and with each piece it consumes, more of the dark smoke seeps from its body, cloaking it in a faint, shifting shroud. The crow is not a savior, it is a scavenger, but of a different sort. It feeds not on carrion, but on the remnants of powerful, malevolent forces. It cleanses the world of one blight, only to absorb a measure of that blight into itself. As the gray twilight deepens over the dead forest, the crow finishes its feast. The mound of slag is now smaller, diminished. The crow, now wreathed in a faint, constant whisper of black smoke, takes to the air. It is heavier now, its flight more deliberate. It has taken the hound's power, its essence, its curse into itself. Where it goes now, what it will do with this newly acquired darkness, is a story for another day. But as it disappears into the horizon, a single black feather drifts down and settles on the ash, carrying with it the faint, unmistakable smell of smoke and ruin. The cycle continues. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the Ashen Woods. If you enjoy tales of dark fantasy and strange creatures, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments what you think the crow's destiny might be. Until next time, stay curious.